My name's Dr. Delabach. I'm your instructor in Math 106 at Trident, and I wanted to take a minute to give a short presentation about the negation of a disjunction. Let's take our two statements, our two propositions. P, the year is 2025. Q, next month is December. So P is true, Q is false, at least for the time being. Now, P or Q, the disjunction, is always true if just one of those premises are true. And in this case, it is 2025. So the overall disjunction is true. The negation of a true disjunction, the negation of a true statement is a false statement. So I'm kind of working about right here. Pardon me. So by rule of logic, though, we have this statement here. The negation of a disjunction is the same as the conjunction joining the negation of those two prepositions. So it's kind of like the distributive property in algebra, where you get rid of parentheses. Well, that's somewhat the case, except for the or. The negation does pass through to both of those statements, but the or changes to and. So if we look at that, the opposite of the year is 2025, which is true. The opposite of true is false. And Q is false to begin with. The opposite of that is true. But both things need to be true for the conjunction to be true. So overall, its truth value is false. Well, that's fine for that, for instance. But one example in mathematics does not make proof. So here's a truth table. I've lined up all the possibilities of combinations of P's and Q's in the first two columns. And then I decided, okay, well, let's look at P or Q. Well, as long as one is true, the disjunction is true. It's only false in this last row. So if I want to negate all those, all the trues flip to false, and the one false flips to true. Let's take a look at the conjunction. Well, first I started off by taking my P and Q columns and just negating those, because I want to join those with and. Well, the conjunction is only true when both pieces are true, and that's only the last case. So we see the exact two columns. They're a perfect match in the truth table. So we've confirmed. All right, thanks a lot.